Nice, well done. Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. I was too busy playing my favorite game, Raid. You can download Raid for free on the App Store on iOS and Android. Raid has awesome 3D graphics, giant boss fights, PvP battles, and hundreds of champions to collect and customize. But I never expected to get this level of performance out of a mobile game. Almost 10 million players worldwide have already downloaded the game in just 6 months. Personally, I think the game is amazing, but you don't have to take my word for it. With more than 300,000 reviews, Raid has almost a perfect score on the Play Store. The game is growing super fast, and check out this cool roadmap that they've published. They actually have huge plans for updates in the game for over 6 months. New faction, a tag team arena feature, and even a new clan boss you will be able to fight with your clan mates. This game looks like a sure bet win, guys. If you sign up today, you will get 50,000 silver coins and a free epic champion as part of the new player program. So start your journey today. Hello and welcome, fellow digital soldiers, to True Reporting. It is the 18th of September, and on today's podcast, we will be covering Ed Buck, this sick, sadistic man who has found not one, not two, but 3 black escorts dead in his house. He has been running a drug den, so on and so forth. He has ties to the Clintons, Obama, Adam Schiff, a ton of people in California. This guy is another big arrest. We've had Keith Raniere, we've had Jeff Epstein, and now this piece of garbage. My friends, arrests are happening, things are happening behind the scenes. This is another huge arrest that can tie this man to many, many big players that are in the deep state. My friends, I want to welcome you to True Reporting. Before we get into today's podcast, would you please go ahead and click the like button? Also, please go ahead and click that notification bell so when I post to this channel, you'll be the first to know. And with that being said, my friends, let's go ahead and hop into it. This is True Reporting. So guys, we see here that coming from abc7.com, if you don't know what's going on right now, guys, this is major. It says here, Democratic donor Ed Buck, who has been subject to protests and calls for prosecution in the overdose deaths of 2 men at his West Hollywood home, was arrested Tuesday in connection with a 3rd overdose, police say. The bail was set at $4 million. A bail motion from the Los Angeles District Attorney's Office states that Buck is, in quote, a violent, dangerous sexual predator. He mainly preys on men made vulnerable by addiction and homelessness. What kind of human being is this? This is the type of human being who donates to the Clinton Foundation. He also donates to the Obamas, and he is good friends with Adam Schiff. So, according to the documents, Buck personally administered, in quote, dangerously large doses of narcotics to his victims and is a predator with no regard for human life. If this guy walks the streets again, we for sure know. We already know the judicial system is completely corrupt. This guy should not see the light of day and should bring down some big players alongside with him. Activists have been calling for Buck's arrest, believing him being responsible for the deaths of Gamel Moore, 26, and Timothy Dean, 55. Both black gay men were found in Buck's West Hollywood apartment less than 2 years apart. The coroner ruled that both deaths were caused by methamphetamine overdoses. District Attorney Jackie Lacey's office said Tuesday that Buck, 65, has now been charged with operating a drug house and providing meth to a 37-year-old man who overdosed last week. Investigators were seen removing evidence from Buck's home in the 1200 block of Laurel Avenue Tuesday night. Hussein Turk, the attorney of Moore's family, said his mother was elated to hear the news of Buck's arrest, and Dean's siblings were, in quote, extremely grateful and relieved that Mr. Buck is finally off the streets. One of Buck's neighbors said she was also happy to see Mr. Buck's under arrest. The first thing that I thought when I saw the cops was, oh my gosh, a third person, a third victim resident Caroline Sarah said. Then when I saw that it was him with the handcuffs, I was very relieved. Even the neighbors knew that there were people going in there and not coming back out. The neighbors knew that 2 bodies were found there, and yet this guy has continued to walk the streets. This guy has continued to donate to Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, and friends with Adam Schiff. Are you kidding me? This is how corrupt California is and how corrupt their judicial system is. Buck was charged with 1 felony count each of battery, causing serious injury, administering methamphetamine, and maintaining a drug house. This guy is a serial killer, in my opinion. Authorities say Buck injected the victim with meth on September 11th at his West Hollywood home. The man suffered an overdose but survived. If convicted on all charges, Buck faces a possible maximum sentence of 5 years and 8 months in state prison. How about you bury him up under the prison, right? How about you throw him up under there? 5 years? Gracious. It says here, Moore's mother has a civil lawsuit for wrongful death pending against Buck, which is also names Lacey for failing to prosecute the case. Buck was expected in court Wednesday, but it is unclear when he will make his initial appearance. It better be soon, guys. Check out these pictures of how creepy this guy is. Here you go, guys. This is the guy standing in front of the American flag in Buck's home. This is normal, right? Imagine if this came out about our president, anything even remotely close to this, even if this guy donated to our president, which he would never do. But I'm saying, and our president would never accept it, obviously. But imagine this. It would be all over the news. They would call for his impeachment, and something better come out of this. That's all I'm going to say. Here's another picture right here of the man, Ed Buck, right here, in his underwear, eating something. This was the black guy, the gay guy, who's pretty much probably overdosed in this picture. They're both probably strung out on God knows what, laying together. This is the kind of people that the Democrat Party associate themselves with. They associate themselves with murder, my friends, murder. This is who is associated with the Democrat Party. These people are sick, as 17 tells us. And then we can see here his direct ties to the thick-ankled, dog-faced woman with his lovely bow tie on here. We're just going to pull a couple bodies out of his apartment and in West Hollywood. What a sick, sick human being. All right, guys, real quick. So it says here, busted Democrat donor Ed Buck gave to Hillary Clinton and Obama. This came out today, this morning. And it says here, the donor was arrested after another man overdosed in his California home, contributed thousands of dollars to a wide array of state and national Democrat politicians, including former President Barack Hussein Obama and Hillary Clinton. Ed Buck was arrested Tuesday for running a drug house and other crimes after a man overdosed on methamphetamines at his West Hollywood apartment last week. Unbelievable, guys. You can see here that it says Buck, a former model who earned a fortune selling a courier business in Arizona, made the bulk of his donations, $300,000, to the Animal PAC, social compassion of legislation for animals. This guy cares more about animals than human beings. This is what we call a sociopath. This is what we call a murderer, right? Absolutely. It says here also, Buck, 65 years old, called a violent, dangerous sexual predator, had sent thousands of dollars in cash to a number of Democratic politicians between 2007 and 2016. Along with donations to Clinton and Obama, Buck gave to his Los Angeles mayor, Eric Garcetti, Representative Ted Lowe, and Representative Adam Schiff, the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee. These people are all linked together. Moore, 26, was homeless and worked as a prostitute and died at Buck's home in July 2017, while Dean, 55, was found dead there last January. Prosecutors portrayed Buck as a pervert who preys on his victims. All ties. Again, I'm going to keep reiterating this because you need to show this to your normie friends out there who actually think that Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton are good people. And it says here that, yes, absolutely, he's donating to them. He has direct ties to them. This guy is a murderer. He has killed 2 people. One of them has survived. You can see the bodies being pulled out of his apartment. Now, here we go, guys. I'm going to thread it all together right here. Adam Schiff, Ed Buck, and California Dem Party Chairman Eric C. Baum. We see here Democrat donor Ed Buck's home was littered with drug paraphernalia after a man died, coroner says. Guys, this is coming out almost over a year ago. 2 years ago. 2 years ago, this is coming out, all right? So get ready for this. Meth overdose at home of Ed Buck, who once ran for West Hollywood City Council and who burst onto the national political scene in 1987 when he led the effort to recall then Arizona Governor Evan Mecham. Steve Martin, the former West Hollywood mayor, city council member and participant in the founding of West Hollywood said, end quote, if there was ever anybody in West Hollywood whose bed you expected a dead body to turn up in, it was Ed Buck. You can quote me on that. Holy smokes. And up here, we could see the black individual, the gay guy, who was found dead in this man's apartment. Allegations in the death of sex workers plague influential West Hollywood politician. This is him again. Steve Martin, the former West Hollywood mayor, also said Ed Buck's neighbors have for years allegedly experienced similar bullying, end quote, but no one wants to do anything about it because they all know Ed is politically well connected. Their neighbors were scared of him. What do you mean politically well connected, Thomas? I mean that either you or your family would go missing if you tried to expose this guy. This is a mafia. The Democrat Party is a deep state mafia that make people disappear, that make people wind up in the ditches and in the creeks and in the rivers, or even in a burning car or someone, or a bullet in the back of your head. This is what they do. This is not speculation. We've seen so many New York cops have died from shots in the back of the head. They go missing, so on and so forth. This is a mafia. You don't mess with these people, guys. You don't. So that's why his neighbors were allegedly experiencing similar bullying because no one wanted to do anything about it because he was politically well connected. Ed Buck sat on the board and steering committee of the highly influential pro-LGBT Stonewall Democrat Club until he was asked to step down in August of 2017. According to their official statement, Buck agreed to resign. Note other members, Adam Little Schiff and California Democrat Party Chairman Eric C. Baum. As you can see here, boom, right there, Adam Schiff endorsements. It's all here, guys. It's all here. He was elected. The Baum guy was. It says here, some images on the West Hollywood Standard Hotel website. What's the purpose of the bare masked person in the bed with the young girl? We've learned pedo talk, pasta, you know what, sauce, you know what. Standard Times right here. Look at this. Look at this. This is on the front of the cover, my friends. The front of the cover, pasta. Look at this. Amazing thread, guys. I need you to share this. You need to look into the Standard Hotel, Adam Schiff. You need to look into a helicopter crash. You need to look into this stuff. It's all over Reddit. I can't go over it right now. Obviously, there's too many keywords at this late in the game for YouTube. They will pull me down in a heartbeat. So I'm just telling you to look up these keywords, guys. Look up what happened at the Standard Hotel with Adam Schiff. Look up a helicopter crash. Look at the acid vats on the top of the building. Where were they disposing the bodies? This is all real. The manufactured reality could only be hatched for the head of a man. Standard owner Andre Balaz, real estate developer, ex-boyfriend of both Uma Thurman and Chelsea Handler. Not surprisingly, of the hotel's chain's 5 locations, only West Hollywood employees, a box girl. What? Look at this. Look at that. Freaks. Andre Balaz, owner of the Chateau Marmont and the Chiltern Firehouse in London, accused of groping. His properties are where the celebs and young royals hang out. This is where they all go. The Standard Hotel owner, Andre Balaz, and spirit cooker artist Marina Abramovic are good friends. So the owner, do you see this? It's so easy just to see it all the ties. If you are awake, this should be making complete sense to you. The ties. This is 2 years old, my friends. 2 years old, the owner of the Standard Hotel. The ties with Adam Schiff. The ties with Adam Schiff to Ed Buck. The dying male escorts, right? This is what they do. It makes so much sense, right? Andre Balaz and Chelsea Handler at the same Washington Life magazine after party as with James Alefantis. There you go. Another one, guys. Another one. Unbelievable. There he is right here. Boom. Right there. We all know about, you know what? The pizza parlor that he owns. So continue on, guys. What are others saying, and what has 17 posted? And remember this, the 7.8 million. 2 biomedical firms reached 7.8 million settlement with the Orange County DA following allegations they sold fetal tissues for profit. I've covered this at least once a week. There's another doctor that comes out. There's another facility that comes out where they're hoarding fetal bodies and body parts for cash. I've gone over how much these bodies are worth. These child fetuses are worth $200,000-$300,000 a pop. This is what they do. I don't even think they're human by any means, guys, anymore. It's absolutely disturbing, and it's absolutely gross. It says here, do you think he partied with Ed Buck and his boys? I think there's even more than that. This is a global thing. Schiff will lead to others as he's spineless. It says here, but you have to start somewhere. Also, Schiff is a strategic threat in D.C. If Schiff and Eric Baum were hanging out with Buck and his boys, speculation on my part, and Buck was at a top Democrat donor. This is 2 years ago, and now this guy has just been arrested. Just been arrested today. And they are all in the LA area. What do you think the chances are that there are others connected to them? Got to topple a domino to start things. You are also looking at mayors, council members, law enforcement, drugs, gangs, the whole bag of tricks needed to let slip human trafficking. And again, my friends, this is what I'm talking about. These posts, blunt and direct time. Adam Schiff is a traitor to our country, a leaker, national security, evil, TikTok. Hope the 7.8 million was worth it. That was the transferring of the fetal body parts. Enjoy the show. This was December 11, 2017. Continuing, helicopter crash, Newport Beach, hotel general manager. The general manager, Kimberly Lynn Watsman, Standard Hotel in West Hollywood. What happened at those hotels? What happened at the hotel? Adam Schiff. What is Adam Schiff attempting to do right now? Favor repaid. Some incident with Adam Schiff happened at a hotel and was covered up. He is repaying the favor by trying to cover up this. Anons, we are looking for a death cover-up of Adam Schiff's doings. It says, how they control those they need. One recent example, relevant today, learn. How do they control? Blackmail. That's how they control. So this guy, this Ed Buck guy, could be another Keystone. Let's not forget, this could be another Keystone to bring down a lot of big-time players. A human trafficking ring at a hotel, Adam Schiff's district. He knew. He's trying to cut a deal because he knows his ass is grass. The intel just dropped is bigger than you can imagine. Wow. Joseph Tina, 1/3 of the people killed in the chopper crash, developer and entrepreneur, chief executive Ferretto Group, and real estate investment firm with a location in Newport Beach. Their lodging holdings include a Standard Hotels in Los Angeles, New York, Miami, in collaboration with Andre Balaz. There he is right there. Tina held a pilot license, also had an ownership stake in Revolution Aviation, a flight school and touring companion at John Wayne Airport that had leased the R-44 chopper firm Spitzer Helicopter LLC. Investigators said the ill-fated flight was not part of a class or sightseeing tour. That plane was brought down. That helicopter was brought down. The 3 killed would have all the dirt on the Standard. Absolutely. All 3 of these people who died would have had all the dirt on the Standard, right? Which means they would have all the stuff on Ed Buck, Adam Schiff, anyone who goes there, Alefantis, James Alefantis. All of these people would be tied down and brought down. My friends, this is tying everything together. Everything together is happening right now. Ed Buck could be a huge keystone to this movement, to the more of a brought down aspect of people being exposed. So let's wait and see what happens, guys. This guy's only going to be in prison for 5 years, but in that 5 years, he could expose a ton of people. Could he, himself? Possibly. Could we see something in the same aspect of what happened to Jeff Epstein? Absolutely. So guys, let's keep our eyes and our ears open, right? See something, say something. Guys, if you enjoy this, please subscribe to my channel. You can follow me on Twitter at TRUreporting, and don't forget to leave a like. You can donate to this channel and keep it afloat by going to my PayPal, my Patreon. We also have TRUreporting merch and a P.O. box. Guys, have a wonderful day, and tonight from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be having a live call-in show. I try to do this Monday through Thursday, 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so I hope to see you there. Have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.